Am I the asshole for walking out on dinner when friends ask me to leave? My group of friends made a reservation for dinner at a popular restaurant for 6 people, but when we got to the restaurant, one of my friends, let's call her person A, brought along her boyfriend without advance notice to any of us, hence making the total number of people 7. We all know her boyfriend well and are pretty chill with him, so we thought to ask the restaurant if 7 packs is possible. Unfortunately, the restaurant was unable to accommodate 7 people as our reservation was stated for 6 people. This was also understandable as the restaurant was a popular one and packed during that night, so fair enough. At this point, person A, who is kinda the leader of our friend group, turns to me and says, "Okay, I think you should leave so that we'll have 6 people." I was flabbergasted and shocked when I heard that. My other friends kept silent and no one really spoke, so there was this awkward silence. I almost wanted to propose that perhaps we could have gone to a different restaurant down the street instead that could accommodate 7 people, for example, but I felt a surge of emotions and called her a heartless BCH. My friends all looked at me in horror and person A clearly looked shocked as well. The next day, my friend, let's call her person B, texted me and said that I overreacted and was as an asshole for calling person A BH in public. I was confused by this as I thought that I wasn't the asshole in this situation. But maybe I was, I'm not sure. Am I the asshole? Too long did not read. My friends made a dinner reservation for 6 people but 7 showed up. I was told to leave and I called my friend a BH for asking me to leave. Am I the asshole? Edit Simone in the comments raised a valid point. The rest of my friends were couples, aka 3 couples in the group, and I'm the only single person in the group. Person A's boyfriend said he couldn't make it when we made the reservation long ago, but he suddenly showed up at the restaurant last minute. Maybe me being the only single person in the group made me instantly the odd one out. EDIT2 update. This thread is now locked and I wanted to give some sense of closure and update. Thank you to all for your insights and comments. I shared this thread with my friends, and they told me off and scolded me actually for sharing this in a public community. However, one of the couples, who I'm closest to in the group, reached out privately to me over text and told me that they felt bad and apologized for not speaking up. But that's it, I've had enough and will walk away. To emulate the example of Michael Jordan in The Last Dance, I would say, okay, you wanna ask me to leave? Okay, fine. No problem. That's all I needed. I took it personal from then on. EDIT3 apparently, the mods unlocked this thread now, IDKY. To answer some of the common questions that cropped up. 1. How long was the silence? Maybe the other friends were just stunned and didn't know how to react, so that's why they were silent. Ans. I didn't count, but the silence felt like 10-15 seconds, I think. There was time for me to look at the rest in horror, but the rest were all looking down at the ground in silence. I concede that I should have given them more time, but honestly I think I instinctively felt like this should be quite obvious for someone to come out and say, hey, wait a minute, and 10-15 seconds was more than ample time. I also concede the possibility that the others may be stunned and didn't know what to do, but their subsequent conduct proved otherwise. See person B's conduct or how the group reacted when I showed them the thread. Maybe except for the couple who reached out to me. 2. Why is there a leader of the group? Are you guys in high school? Ans. No, we are all in college and met in college. Not childhood friends or anything like that. God forbid that my childhood friends treat me like that, haha, cuz that would blow my mind. I can't even imagine. As for the leader, what I meant is our group is big and there's always going to be a natural, more dominant, de facto pseudo-leader that takes the initiative, etc., whether it be organizing meetups or touching base with everyone and being the glue of the group, so to speak. 3. Did you walk out or who walked out? Not clear from your post. Ans. Apologies for not being clear. Yes, I walked out of the dinner after calling person A BH. 4. Why did you call her a BH? Under no circumstances should it be right to name call. Ans. I agree upon hindsight that it may be over the top. But it was in the heat of the moment and out of character for me. Friends who know me know that I'm usually the studious and quiet type. Maybe I chalk it down to being human and getting emotions get the better of me in the heat of the moment. 5. Why did you not defend yourself or voice your opinion or question why person A is asking me to leave? Ans. I wanted to do that actually, to be honest, but fell short of it. Something inside me, maybe it was whatever shred of self-respect or dignity that I had left, instinctively didn't want me to appear needy and be defensive and argue, beg for a seat at the table. I'd rather just walk away. Not the asshole. You need new friends. Good friends don't ask you to leave, so an unexpected and unannounced +1 can take your place at the table. Not the asshole. I feel like the seventh person should bow out in this situation. Not the asshole. Your language was harsh, but honest. I think I would have done the same. If anyone were to leave, it should have been the boyfriend who was not invited. Or you could have just all gone to a different restaurant. Ejecting you from the party was a straight mean girl move. Not the asshole. That's really cold. I'm sorry. They could have at least laughed at her suggestion, but the fact that they were awkward and silent means that they all were heartless and also weak. Friend A is definitely not a friend. Not the asshole. Not only were you right in leaving, but I would reconsider these friends. Definitely don't make plans with them again. Thanks everyone for the quick and prompt insights and responses, much appreciated. Is there a more classy and appropriate way to respond to this situation, if it ever happens to me again? What would you do in this situation? Skeptical smiley face. Not the asshole, and those people are clearly not your friends. Not the asshole, and find better friends because they don't sound like they are it. I would have called out the fact that this wouldn't have been an issue if she hasn't have brought the boyfriend, since they knew their reservation was for 6, and then asked why I had to be the one to leave. Not the asshole. The least asshole in the situation. The couple could have left. You could have found another restaurant. For them to point to you and say, you leave. She's lucky you didn't cause a major scene. I wouldn't be returning texts to these friends for a long time. Not the asshole. Look at it this way. Now you know where you rank among this particular friend group. You should have asked at the time, why did you bring along a 7th person when you knew the reservation was for 6? And depending on her answer, why didn't you let me know in advance that I was uninvited? Did you wake up this morning and decide, hey, I think I'm going to waste David McMahon 2's time today? Quote. Not the asshole, but that friend of yours sure was. Who the hell thinks that's an appropriate response to the situation? Not to mention that she was the one to bring the extra person into the equation. I'm seriously thinking she did it on purpose for her to turn on you so quickly, and based on your response to her, I'm guessing this isn't the first time such a calloused thing has happened in the friend group. For no one else to speak up in the face of such a blatantly disrespectful thing tells me that there's a mean girls vibe to this friend group. These people sound toxic, and if I were you, I'd stick to your guns and tell the whole group where they can shove it. Not the asshole. The person who wasn't on the reservation could have left. The whole group could have found another restaurant. Your friends could have spoken up instead of just shuffling their feet and not saying anything. Your friend could have not ordered you to leave. Your other friend didn't need to call you an man up. You need a new peer group. Send person B this thread so she can realize how wrong she is. Person A looked shocked after she demanded you leave. Did she expect you to skip out with a wave and a see ya later? 7th person should have bowed out gracefully. So sorry guys, I've caused this issue in turning up after saying I couldn't. I'll catch up with you later. Even though the rest are coupled up, it shouldn't take precedence when you were confirmed to attend and one of the 6 the reservation was for. I think your reaction is perfectly understandable. Person A is the asshole for demanding you be left out. Everyone else is the asshole for not defending you and just going along with it. I'd not talk to any of them again. Apart from sending them this thread. Person A, who is kinda the leader of our friend group. Not the asshole, but seriously, how old are you guys to have leaders in your group? Not the asshole. You definitely need to reassess the kind of relationship that you have with these people, especially if they are so quick to make you feel excluded. These people are not your friends. Not the asshole. With friends like that, she is definitely an asshole for bringing along an uninvited guest and insisting that you give up your spot for that person. And all of your other friends are assholes for not standing up to her. Should you have called her a bitch? No, but she was so absolutely out of line that I can't really fault you for that. Not the asshole. Not the asshole, and you need a better set of friends because these are just awful. Not the asshole. Your friends are so clearly in the wrong. As for the language you used, I feel like that qualifies as a twist on, play stupid games win stupid prizes. I.e. if you don't want to get called AB, don't act like AB.